My name is Seth Collins. I was born and raised in Morgantown. I'm graduating in May from WVU with a degree in Recreation Parks and Tourism Resources, and will be continuing my education with a Master of Public Administration in Local Governance and Community Development in the fall. The most important issues I believe in as a City Council member are overseeing the budget and economic development. I live very near to the downtown, and I walk to and from campus to get to class. I know many downtown businesses and landowners and hear from them how the current downtown affects their businesses and livelihoods. I think the downtown specifically should be an example for the rest of town because that's what people see as the heart of Morgantown. I want people to see Morgantown the same way I do, and that starts with economic growth in the city. Traffic is a difficult problem to solve because one, most of the main roads are overseen by the state. Two, we have a problem with the overbuilding of housing. There was so much development in Morgantown before a great infrastructure was implemented, so it's very difficult to do things like add more lanes or add new roads. We really can only work with what we have. One thing the city can do is direct traffic that doesn't need to go through the city around it. We also need better traffic patterns on the main routes. For example, having uniform timing on traffic lights would help with that. So for starters, Morgantown needs more affordable housing. When I say affordable housing, I don't just mean low-income housing. Anyone could benefit from affordable housing. We need to open up communications with developers and landlords, first of all. We need to look into what incentives can we give to developers to build affordable housing. Because realistically, these are the people who are going to be able to get this done, and open communication with them is going to help us figure out where this can go. To help combat homelessness, the city needs to work with organizations like West Virginia Coalition to End Homelessness, Bartlett Housing Solutions, United Way, who are specialists all approved by the state. This is what do a good job. The Ramada Inn project is a step in the right direction, but it's not necessarily the entire answer. This question also asks about eviction. To combat the threat of eviction, we need to ask ourselves why there's a threat of eviction in the first place. If we give people housing, we need to make sure whoever needs a caseworker to teach them how to treat an apartment, get a job, we need to make sure they have these opportunities, because obviously no one wants to see people evicted, and we need to do what we can to get to the root of the problem and try to prevent it. I don't have a great working knowledge of the budget. I am aware of the B&O tax collection. I'm aware it's been decreasing for a while, which isn't a great sign. And the budget is also currently being balanced by the 1% sales tax and the user fee. I would like to see the budget be more dependent on economic growth and business development. The way we lower the pension obligation is to have more businesses come into the city, and the B&O tax will help to offset the deficit at that point. The city needs to come up with a 20-year plan to help offset the pension obligation, while at the same time not make it any bigger. From there we can manage it and at least start paying it off over a 20-year period. So the city definitely needs to do a better job of working with municipal services and try not to go over anyone's head. I'm not really sure why it's taking so long to resolve this firefighter issue, but I am against the city taking away their enhancement pay. When it comes to issues like the Citizens Review Board, if there's unlawful aspects of it, pushing it's only going to damage the relationship between the city and the police more. The Morgantown police want to work with the city on this, but the city also needs to work with them too to come up with some sort of compromise. We need to communicate with people, and there can't be this whole mentality of it's my way or the highway. That's when you start to have unnecessary lawsuits. When it comes to economic development, business stability in downtown is my #1 priority. The downtown is key for the city, and it is here for everyone in the city to utilize. I've lived here my whole life, and I've never seen so many for rent signs. My idea is to hire an individual for $50,000 for 1 year to promote downtown businesses. The individual should have access to $500,000 of the stimulus funding to give free loans or grants to new potential business owners. And if they can commit to staying downtown for 3 to 5 years. I want to offer incentives that help new businesses as well as those who are currently struggling. Businesses are leaving the city because there are no incentives to stay, and new growth is happening outside of the city. That $500,000 investment would make its money back within 2 years, and it would have new growth within the city. The individual hired by the city would need to work directly with Morgantown area partnerships as well as the county, because the growth right now is outside of the city, and we need to bring some of that growth back inside the city through working with the county. The Richwood Avenue project could attract the individuals the city needs through the new Morgantown Remote Workers Program. And working with the Morgantown Area Partnership on the I-68 Commerce Park is another great opportunity to bring business into the city. I don't see myself as a politician. I see myself as a problem solver. I think there's a lot of potential opportunities for the city to work together with great organizations in town and for Morgantown to grow in the right direction. And I don't want to see these opportunities wasted. So write in Seth Collins for First Ward. Thank you.